Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do our next beta battle report for the Tanks Wargaming. We have an 1850 match, actually running two potential Nova lists tonight to see how they fare. We have the Daemons and the Dark Eldar. We are running Crusade with Hammer and Anvil deployment. For objectives, night fighting was not on turn one, so we'll see that later in the game. We're going to go ahead and start with the Daemons and see what kind of loadout we have.
Alright, this is a squad of 13 Seekers of Slaanesh, part of the Kairos' Bloodfang, hence modeled like Khorne models. This is 16 Demonettes of Slaanesh with an Allurus, and the mask model represents a Herald of Slaanesh. She grabbed Psychic Shriek and Puppet Master for her psychic powers. She is also carrying the Portaglyph. I have 10 Naked Plague Bearers, which is always funny. I have Kairos Fateweaver, who has all the change powers. Also grabbed Precognition, Flame Breath, Terrify, and Life Leech. This is a squad of 18 Fleshhounds of Khorne, the other part of the Bloodfang. Kairos' little homeboys, 18 Pink Horrors, with a Herald of Nietzsche, 3 psychic powers from Divination, carrying the Grimoire, scored Foreboding, Perfect Timing, and Prescience. 10 more Naked Plague Bearers, and in reserve are 2 Mark of Nurgle Soul Grinders with Baleful Torrent. They will be deep striking.
All right.
1850 demons.
Let's move on to the Dark Eldar.
Got a Venom with the upgraded Splinter Cannon, Night Shields with the Blaster Born, and my Archon on board. Archon's got a Blaster and a Shadow Field. Got the Splinter Born on a upgraded Venom as well, Night Shields. Got a ADL and Quad Gun. 2 Homunculi with Hex Rifles in a 20-man blob of warriors with 2 Splinter Cannons. 10-man squad of Racks, just bare bones. 3 Raiders, 10 Warriors, Dark Lances on all the Raiders, Splinter Cannon on all the Warriors. I've got a triple Dark Lance, triple Disintegrator, Ravager, Night Shields across the board, and that would be that.
All right. Dark Eldar did attempt to seize the initiative from the Daemons and failed, so we will start turn 1 and be back after that. All right, that is the end of turn 1 for the Daemons, and we're going to go ahead and start the recap here.
The Seekers of Slaanesh rolled well for a run, moved up from here to here. Fady flew over here. She ended up shooting... she started by failing her precognition psychic check on an 11, then shot her Bolt of Change through a Venom and a Raider and a Ravager, blowing up the Venom, stunning both the Raider and the Ravager. They both have a hull point gone. Demonettes also moved up and ran. Dogs moved up and ran. Plague Bearers moved up. They're naked and they can't run. Perfect Timing was cast on the Pink Horrors by the Herald of Nietzsche, who also perilled out on her first roll trying to cast Prescience on them. Ended up with a rough number of 17 shots or so into the racks. Killed 5 or 6 racks, 4 or 5? 6 racks.
I forgot my Feel No Pain.
Got some Feel No Pain rolls. These guys were stationary, as they probably will be the whole game unless someone makes them move. So the demons have closed. Yep, Portaglyph scattered back 22 inches from here to here. The Grimoire is on the dogs for a 3+ save. Terrify on the racks. Not that important at this point. But.
All right, let's move on to turn 1 for the Dark Eldar. right, so we are at the end of turn 1. Dark Eldar have completed their turn, and we'll go through the breakdown now.
My Blasterborn scooted back and tried to bring Fady down. No luck. My Splinterborn tried the same thing. No luck. My troops tried the same thing. Did manage to get 2 wounds out of the 20-man squad.
Yep.
Got a hit with the hex rifle, but it didn't wound, so that was ineffective. Rax took over the quad gun, took shots, and did not bring it down. Made 3 grounded checks total. My warriors back here shot at the seekers, didn't do any wounds. Was it splinter cannons that got the seekers?
Yep, splinter cannon.
So
2
actually,
seekers.
the venom splinter cannons fought at the seekers. Got 2 of those. Took some snapshots at the Fate Weaver with no success. This Raider squad fired at the Fate Weaver with no success. Or no, they got 1
They
more
got 1 wound off of her. Yeah,
wounds.
went out of like 5. She saved pretty well there.
Another snap at Fady from the Dark Lance on the left side. No success. Took some shots at the Hounds with the Raider squad here and got a wound. Disintegrator got a couple of wounds,
Yeah,
but
passed
they were
all
saved. The
Yeah,
Grimoire
saved on
took
3
care
out
of
of
them.
2 times.
And that was it.
All right, on to turn 2 and the Daemons. All right, that's the end of the Daemons top of turn 2. We'll go to the breakdown.
Let's see. Fate Weaver swooped over to here behind the line of vehicles, attempted to bolt of change them. Failed on an 11. She did cast precognition on herself. Then she used her secondary head there with fiery breath. Managed to kill a warrior. Hull point of venom. There was an assault made by the Seekers. The first 2 tripped over the ADL. They wiped the Splinterborn fairly handily, mostly with Hammer of Wrath attacks. The Demonettes assaulted over the ADL into the Blob. Managed to win by 4, but the Blob is fearless. Plague Bearers moved up onto the hill. Dogs lost 1 in a combat against the Rax, wiping them and consolidating forward. There was some fire into the Blob prior with Ignores, Cover, and Prescience from the Blob of Pink Horrors. I've killed 9 of the Blob, so it was the Blob that stretched out back here. These Pink Horrors and this lone Pink Horror from the Portoglyph here weren't able to draw line of sight to anything, so they ran. Neither Soul Grinder made it in this turn due to the Princeps of Deceit or Divide to Conquer. That was the Demons.
All right, we'll see what the Dark Eldar do next. All right, here we are at the end of turn 2 for the Dark Eldars. So let's see what happened.
And then the warrior squad fired at the Fate Weaver unsuccessfully. The Blasterborn also tried unsuccessfully. The Venom fired into the Seekers and took out 3, I believe.
Yep, 3 Seekers.
Obviously my Raiders all shifted. This unit disembarked. Fire from both Raiders went into the Hounds. Got 3 of them between the 2. The Disintegrators all fired at the Hounds. Didn't manage to do anything. Raider and the Ravager there both tried to take out the Portoglyph, but didn't manage to get the AV. And the last Ravager tried on Fate Weaver and was unsuccessful.
Almost grounded her, but she used her reroll.
Right, got the reroll. And then my unit here is almost wiped and down to 1 homunculi with 1 wound. Luckily he's fearless, so did not get run.
All right, let's go to the top of turn 3 for the Demons. Damon. All right, we are at the top of turn 3 for the Damons, which actually ends up being the last turn. So we will do a recap here.
Seekers made a charge on the unit that was on the hill of warriors and wiped them. The Demonettes finished their assault with the Blob and Homunculus grouping, killing the Homunculus and consolidating towards the objective. The Fleshhounds of Khorne with the Grimoire made a multi-assault on the Blasterborn with the Archon, 2 Ravagers and a Raider. 2 Raiders and a Ravager, I believe, actually, sorry. Managed to explode the Archon's ride. They had no room to disembark, so they were wiped out. Did this Raider die?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. This Raider died, this Raider died, that Ravager had been previously exploded. We were down to a couple Dark Eldar units left, so we called the game.
All right.